Alright YouTube, so where to start this video? Well, I think first off we've got to have a minute of appreciation for Martin Phillip. Without you, Martin, Arsenal wouldn't have been on TV on the Champions League tonight. We would have been where Tottenham were, watching some dodgy programme about babies on Channel 5. In terms of the match today, a match of, well, different thirds. The first third of the match, except for the Tommy Vermaelen awful tackle, the first half an hour went really well. I think we pressed well, we moved the ball about well, we created triangles well, and the three men up top worked brilliantly both defensively to win the ball back and to create chances for each other. If you work our way through the team, overall through the game, I think Mannone had a reasonable game. He didn't have that much to do in the first half. In the first half an hour he made a brilliant save down low, which showed he was concentrating, something Szczesny doesn't always do. But then in the second half, the ball got crossed over from one side of the field to the other. Great crossfield pass to the striker, who was well outside the area, a good 10-15 yards outside the area. Defenders were there to cover. Mannone came racing well past his penalty spot, completely needlessly. Now luckily, they spooned it and they didn't get anything from it, and it might have been offside. But that little bit of lapse of concentration or bit of getting excited, that worries me a little bit with Mannone. So again, do we give him a chance against Man City or do we go back to Szczesny? I want to hear your comments. I think in a game like Man City away we've got to go with what we know, and that's Szczesny, but comment down below if you disagree. In terms of defence, I think Vermaelen, ridiculous tackle in the first 10 minutes or whenever it was for the penalty. He didn't need to go diving in like that, so he should know better. As captain and as an international player, he should have the knowledge and the composure not to go into tackles like that. Mertesacker had a really good game, except for in the second half when the ball got played in, some horrible defending from Diaby not tracking. Mertesacker, instead of trying to hold up and block the ball, dove in two-footed and left a near enough open goal, which luckily their player spooned straight at Mannone. He did well in the air, so Mertesacker did alright. Gibbs at left back, I think he was strong attacking and defensively he did a good job, as well as Jenkinson on the right wing. I think he did, I say right wing because he did a lot of attacking in that first half, but defensively I think he did okay again, so I think Jenkinson's having a good season. In the midfield, the problem that we had in that second half in terms of tactics were Diaby got tired, Arteta was tired, Podolski, Gervinho were tired. What this meant was, when we tried to counter-attack, Gervinho and Podolski went upfield, so we had Cazorla, Podolski, Gervinho and Giroud up near enough in a line of four. The problem with that is Diaby and Arteta had gone into the back four because they had problems with the attacking from Montpellier, so they went into the back four line. So we had two banks of four massively far away from each other. The whole play Arsenal relies on is having combination play with little triangles throughout the field. If you've got two banks of four near enough, you can't get those triangles, you don't have those options. You end up pumping the ball forward or playing it out into touch. And that is why we got wave after wave of attack, because they looked tired and they weren't combining to keep hold of the ball. That was a worry. The worry from that is that we haven't got the rotation policy in place. We can't really rest Cazorla, we can't really rest Podolski. We can't really rest Giroud because we haven't got another striker, so Podolski would have to play there. So I think rotation, we might have a problem and the squad might not be big enough. Another issue is Giroud's form. Now I know on the commentary it was mentioned that he was making some good runs, which does put him above Chamakh in the running order. However, those little runs were just okay. There was nothing special about them, they were just sensible runs trying to create space for other people. The fact that he didn't really offer anything in terms of shots on target, shots on goals, holding up the ball very well, I think he had a poor game. Now, whether it's in his head he's struggling with confidence, I don't know. But that makes me question, why did Wenger not play him for at least half an hour against Southampton when we were getting the goals? What an opportunity to get the first goal in, go to Montpellier and hopefully build on that before we go to Man City and Chelsea. It is going to be a big ask if we now expect him, having not scored in these games and having taken him off in those games for not scoring, to then go to Man City and Chelsea and actually score some goals. I think that's a big ask and that's a worry. That starting lineup will start again at Man City on Sunday, and it might have to start again on Saturday against Chelsea, and that's a concern. On the note of the Man City game, I'm going to be there with probably Messi Minutes. If you want to check out his channel, his links are down there. So we're going to have chats with the fans before the game, like I like to do before the matches. If you've got any questions that you want me to ask the Man City fans, make sure you check it out and put comments down below, because I'd love to know the kind of things that you want me to ask the Man City fans, whether you have any things that you think would wind them up or whether you think it'd be funny. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and comment down below. Make sure that you share it for your friends on Twitter and Facebook or whatever, because it really helps me out. And make sure as well that you subscribe so you get the video against Man City next Sunday. Thank you very much, boom. So obviously Southampton fans, how many games before the end of the season will you be if you're actually relegated?
We're getting relegated, are we?
How do you think you're going to do today?
Win.
Win? Really? But seriously?
Yeah,
Win. Score?
3-2.